Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Emily Kramer, and I'm going to teach you guys about the spaghetti squash. The spaghetti squash is so amazing, and today you're going to learn why. A little bit later, we will learn how to prepare it, but first I'm going to talk a little bit about why it's so great. You might know it as the noodle squash, the veggie spaghetti, or even the squighetti. There's so many benefits to the spaghetti squash. First off, it's highly affordable. This is about 2.5 pounds, and I bought it for $1.58. I'll get about 4 servings from it, so I'd say that's pretty good. I know right now we're all trying to eat healthy on a budget. It's really rough fitting in all those fresh veggies. But hey, we got spaghetti squash, so or any of the other squashes too are very affordable. This squash is low in calories. It is high in fiber. It is also low in carbohydrates, which is great, especially if you're a diabetic and you want to eat pasta. This is such a great alternative. Spaghetti squash also contains beta-carotene, which is great for our eye health and vision, as well as helping out our immune system. So overall, I'd say spaghetti squash has so many benefits. It costs so little. Why not buy one? They're amazing. So now that you guys know a little bit about it, we are going to head to the kitchen and learn how to prepare it. So don't be afraid. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is.
Hello!
I'm Emily.
And I'm Miriam.
This is my assistant. And you are in our kitchen. And today we're going to learn how to cook the spaghetti squash. Alright, so for this cooking adventure, you are going to need a few things. First, the spaghetti squash itself, and a microwavable plate, which we are actually microwaving the squash in order to save time. We know nowadays everybody's rushed and on the run and nobody has time to actually cook fresh vegetables, so we're going to show you how to microwave it. Next, we will need 2 cloves of garlic, and that's really up to you. If you want to use just one, that's fine. It's all for taste. We will need a cutting board and a knife. Some salt, oregano, and olive oil. And the salt and oregano are just what we chose to add. You can use anything you want, really. We'll also need a measuring spoon, specifically a tablespoon, for the olive oil, a mixing bowl, and a colander. The colander will be to rinse off the squash seeds so we can roast them later. For roasting, we'll need a baking sheet and some nonstick spray. Alright, so time to start cooking. First, we are going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which Miriam will do for us. Thank you, Miriam. Next, we are actually going to microwave the squash. This we are going to microwave for 13 minutes. We are going to rotate it a few times just so it cooks evenly. And before we put it in the microwave, we want to pierce it a few times with a fork or a knife in order to prevent us from having a microwave catastrophe. Nobody wants squash exploding in their microwave. Thank you. And now we microwave. My time flies when you're having fun. Alright, so we microwave this for 13 minutes. And what we want to look for is that it gives, it dents a little bit, and this is a sign that it's ready and cooked all the way through. So now we are going to cut it lengthwise in half. And as you can see, there's some seeds in there with the meat of it all. So we are going to take a fork and remove the seeds and place them into the colander. Alright, so Miriam here will take these and rinse them off so we can get them ready to roast in the oven. Oops. So in the meantime, we are going to scrape out the insides of the spaghetti squash into the mixing bowl. So just, it looks like this, just like spaghetti. Alright, so we have all the insides in a bowl ready to be eaten. So now Maren has the seeds all rinsed and prepared. We are going to place these on the baking sheet. And next we are going to give them a quick spray and toss them around so they don't stick and they get a nice coating. We are going to lightly salt them just for some flavor. Thank you. And put them in the oven. We are going to roast these seeds for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. What you want to listen to or for is the popping sound they'll make when they're just about ready. Also, keep checking periodically so you don't burn them on accident. At this time, we would normally mince our garlic, chop it real fine on the cutting board, and saute it in a frying pan with a tablespoon of olive oil. But we already have that done for the sake of time. So, since we have that already, we are going to add it all to the spaghetti squash and give it a nice toss to evenly coat all of it. And finally, we are just going to season it a little bit with some salt, a pinch or two, and some oregano. I usually use, again, just a pinch or two, maybe a palm full, to sprinkle it over and mix it all together. So what we have here is a lovely bowl of spaghetti squash. It might not look that great, but we all know how tasty this actually will be. Well, thank you guys for cooking with us. Again, I'm Emily.
And I'm Miriam.
And we'll have some snacks for you. The roasted seeds. I hope you enjoyed this cooking lesson and hopefully learned something. I hope to see you guys again.